Yo, 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 it's your girl. My bad. You already know who it is. I'm joking with you. It's DJ Baby Blue Diamond with another episode of U3. And we're back with a special guest. I'm going to tell you who he is in a little bit. Phone calls 1, 2, and 3 might have something to do with it. Stay tuned.
Yeah. U3. Live from the underground.
We're here with our special guest. He's been on U3 before, but he's back. Ladies love DeShaun Jay, right? Ladies band, Mr. DeShaun Jay from North Carolina.
Yes, 9 Dime. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Man, are you still ladies love DeShaun Jay? Are we backing up a little bit? You still ladies man a little bit, just a little bit. You can still be a sex symbol and in a relationship, you know.
I mean,
a little Cool J been like that.
I'm always enjoy making music for the ladies, of course. I am off the market now, but you know, I'm always gonna make those vibes for the ladies to love.
Hey, LL Cool J's off the market, and he's still a sex symbol.
Exactly. I mean, most of the rappers they'll be out here be in relationships. They just rap like they not. So, I mean.
Okay. Now, being from North Carolina, how has that influenced you musically, like growing up?
That's a great question. I mean, to be honest, with the time I've spent in North Carolina, with the time I've spent in Texas, I feel like it gives me the advantage of having a strong dose of influence from two of the strongest regions when it comes to, well, two strong regions of hip-hop.
Yeah.
I want to say two of the strongest because Cali doing their thing as well now. But, you know, being in North Carolina, we have a strong influence from the East Coast New York type rap, even though it's still considered the South. And we have that South influence as well, but we have a lot of New York influence as well. Then you come down here to Texas, when everything's a lot more slow and soulful. So, like, I feel like it gave me the perfect mix once I stepped into my artistry.
How'd you make your way to San Antonio?
To be honest, I was young. My mom said, I'm moving to Texas. Stay out of trouble, or you coming too? And then she said, you're coming too.
Okay.
It's just that simple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you appreciate that decision, looking back on it?
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. I come from a real small place, man. Whenever I speak on my upbringing, I always make sure I emphasize on this because it definitely affects the way I look at things out here, especially. I come from a place where we just had a family dollar built in my hometown, and that's a milestone. Like, that's a celebration on like reasons. So
family.
you come out here where it's like 80 schools, 3-4 amusement parks, 50 malls. It's just
exactly.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing for sure.
It's way bigger.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. I know that had to be a culture shock when you got down here a little bit.
Oh yeah. In a lot of ways. We don't have as many people from Hispanic descent, Mexicans. We don't have too many of those up in North Carolina. Well, not at that time. Now it's a little more diverse, but back then it was really just, black people, white people, Native Americans. I had maybe like 2 Mexicans at my school before I moved here. And we knew them because we grew up with them. We know them since kindergarten type shit. But yeah, it was definitely a change for sure.
Do you ever go back and visit your hometown?
Yeah. I just actually had my first show in May. In my hometown, the park I actually used to hoop at.
How did that go?
It was amazing. We're working on this festival, just trying to, just bring the community back together. It's a lot going on, a lot of crime and just a lot of struggle going on. We have a festival yearly where everybody come to that park where people used to hoop and step and play baseball at and, just
bring back the good old times.
Yeah, have a good time.
Is it going to be another Flores Fest?
We're working on that.
Is that different from the festival?
Yeah, that's different.
Okay.
We definitely working on another Flores Fest. It's been a minute. I've been focusing more on myself. But yeah, we working on getting back in the event realm as well.
It happens. Now with Phone Calls 4, we already at number 4 with this series. I know I asked you about, I think at this Michael Talk if you're going to continue. We don't know yet. Keep that a surprise. But with phone call 4, discuss this creative process with that. How is it different from the other phone calls?
To be honest, the creative process doesn't really change too much.
Okay.
I kind of treat phone calls like an update for my life, my love life in a way. It's more of just an update of what I've been through since the last phone calls. So, my last phone calls 3, was released in 2020 during the pandemic, around the time of my birthday. So this Phone Calls 4 came out last year in February, and it's a few years. It's like 2-3 years, and I went through some ups, some downs, some heartbreaks, some good moments, and I felt like I had a few pictures to paint that people could relate to, you know. So phone calls in general. Now, there's never a set time for phone calls. Like, I'm never like, okay, now it's phone calls time. That really just comes naturally, honestly. Like, I'll be in my creative space, and it'll be a whole lot more R&B than rap for some reason. Now I just start listening and playing it back, and I'm just like, bro, this is a lot of emotion. Like, am I in my phone calls? Is it time?
And you just drop it.
And it comes together. Yeah, they just come together.
So explain how you have, I guess, grown or changed, like you said, because you said each phone call goes with your life and what you're going through from the first one up to now. Because now you're in a relationship. I'm assuming with the first one you were single, right? I don't know. So walk us through it. I don't know if you were single in a relationship. You ain't got to go too much details, but just walk us a little bit through it. I know you have your son full time, so that probably has something to do with the phone calls a little bit.
Definitely.
So,
I mean, the phone call series started simply because a friend of mine gave me an idea when I was first starting this music journey, and he just told me, like, bro, you go through a lot of shit with women. Why don't you just rap about it? He's like, just make music about it. You know, Joe Budden do it, Drake do it. These are the people I listen to. So he's like, you heard these people do it.
Yeah.
Like, how come you don't try it? You know, so I kind of had it in my mind for a while. Like, I was going to give this R&B rap thing a try. And I dropped my second mixtape, No Chasers. And then it kind of just came automatically. I heard a couple R&B beats, and I was like, let me try to rap to this. And it came a little easier. So that's how the first one came. And then as for now, like, it went from me talking about just the toxic shit people always champion on social media,
that they like to hear,
the sexual hot shit, you know, to really speaking on stuff that I was going through and feeling, you know. There was some phone calls where I'm discussing relationships, entanglements, sneaky links, you know. It really depends on the phone calls.
Do they know it's about them? Do girls ever inbox you and say, hey, is number 3 about me?
Yeah.
Is number 7 about? How do you address that? Like,
I tell them straight up, you know, like
it is.
Yeah, I tell them, like, yeah, it's about you. And I make sure that, you know, depending on the scenario, because sometimes
you don't go too deep.
They'll feel like I'm trying to rekindle something by making music about them.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like,
they try to spin the block.
Yeah, it's like, nah, that's not the case. It's just like, for the moment that I was trying to paint in this music, what we had was the inspiration. I was trying to talk about a great time that, you know, was very relatable to a moment we had. That's all. Like, it's good to just look back on the times. That don't mean I want you back, though.
How do you let them down easily for a second time?
I'll just tell them I appreciate them for the moments. Appreciate you for the good times. I'll always be grateful. And, you know, I just leave it at that. I always had love for you. If I tell you I always got love for you, there's no coming back. We ain't gonna spin in the block.
Does it ever get toxic?
We're good. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because you know you have those go, you wrote that song about me and you saying that we can't get together?
Yeah. Yeah, it gets,
DeShawn, we can't get together. Number 3's about me. I need my money. I need my words.
I use the voice. I use someone's actual voice, and it's not
the
not
voicemail.
Like not like freaky. I mean,
not the voicemail. That's why I don't leave voicemails.
Voice message, audio message. You know, on iPhone you can leave the message.
This is why I don't leave voicemails. This is why I don't do that.
Hey,
I don't want to end up on somebody's song.
No, I mean, one time I told her, like, I need you. I want your voice. Like,
you
have a great
that's
voice.
different.
Can we you? And then she was like, yeah. Then
yeah,
another
that's
time,
different.
You know, it was someone that I don't deal with no more, and it kind of just added to the vibe of the song. So it worked perfectly.
Ladies, watch out. No more voicemails, voice messages, none of that.
What you say,
These men, especially if you date an artist.
Facts. I will use that as inspiration or, a soundbite for sure. For sure.
So Phone Calls 4 is out.
Yeah.
So will Phone Calls 5, whenever you decide to do it, because like you said, you don't really have a timeline. I'm assuming it's going to be about your new relationship and what you have, but it depends on your vibe.
I mean, it's going to be some music about my current relationship. Yeah, it's going to be everything from since 2023 until whenever that time comes. Yeah, we're going to be addressing it all. We're going to be addressing it all. What's
one thing you learned from the past up to now in your new relationship from your old relationships?
I have a lot more healing to do the The past couple years, I felt like when it comes to just who I was and who I am now, like I have grown a lot. You know, I feel like I've done all the healing I needed to relationship-wise. And then when she came along, it just let me know that I have a lot of hurt I was still kind of dealing with from past shit. And it's like, you need to let that go. Like, you're tripping. Chill out. Like, it's just a couple times where, you know, what you dealt with, you might feel a little triggered. So, you know, you just got to remember that they not them. That's not her.
You let it go in your music?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But I mean, like, you wrote about it, but did you, like, you didn't let it go? Oh, no. Let it go. You just,
I don't get too transparent with them situations. Okay. At least when I'm in the relationship. If I'm single, it is some shit I want to address, it's getting addressed. But while we're in a relationship, I try to be respectful with that and what we dealing with, because, you know, people speculate and run their mouth, and that can add a whole lot more negative to the situation. So when it comes to, like, what issues we may be dealing with currently, that don't touch the music. If anything, like, I might write something and send it to her. So it's like, yo, I can't have a conversation with you, so hear this verse. Because she's such a music head, I know, like, she'll listen to that verse, and anytime she heard me dissing somebody, she's, who you talk about? I know who you talk about. So I know, like, I could address something with her, and she's going to be like, okay.
Does she do music?
She don't know more. No,
but
she doesn't do music anymore. Now she has a platform that she does offer upcoming artists, revolve around Camille on Station Head. And she interviews artists, producers, and musical platforms as well. If you have a platform you want to get out there more, you can always reach out to her. Yeah.
I like that. Okay. Because I always wonder, like, when two people do music.
That's actually how we met.
Do they, like, battle each other? Do y'all, like, you know, when you get into the argument, do you be like, you wash the dishes, something. And then you come in with your verse, and then whoever loses after.
She can't do that. She can't do that. She know I do this with the pen. But nah, we actually met that way. I found out that she was doing an interview on Facebook. We were Facebook friends for years. Never spoke.
Usually that's how it happens.
Yeah.
You never know.
So I saw the little platform, and I reached out, you know, and we did an interview, and the energy was good, and I friend zoned her by mistake, you know, because, like, the interview was just dope. So I'm thinking, like, this chick cool.
Keeping it professional,
you know yeah. I'm trying to, because, you know, niggas is freaky.
Yeah.
So I'm, like, trying to be
you
cool.
You don't want to cross that line. You have to be professional.
And she, like, reached out again. Was like, yo, this is dope. We had a great connection. I'm like, yeah, you got a great taste in music. We fam for real. And then she was like, fam? Nah. And then she shot a shot. And then, you know, it's been good ever since. Been good ever since.
It's weird that women shoot a shot. Usually it's the men.
It really is kind of crazy.
Without looking thirsty, because, like, when men do it, it's like, okay, we get it. But when women do it, it's like,
yeah, it can kind of strike you away, because we supposed to be the pursuers. But I like it when a girl pursue every now and then the right way. Just don't do too much.
Okay, I can see that. Now, you are ambassador of MVP Vibe. Shout out to MVP Vibe.
Shout out to
I love them. Dope. I'm an ambassador too. Mm-hmm. How'd you get connected with them? How'd you find out about them? And what opportunities have you had since being partnered with them?
Well, I first got knowledge of them back around the pandemic time, literally right before the pandemic hit, actually.
I think that's when they really started pushing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was an event that was thrown by the airport. You know, shout out Ida and Artist Legit. They threw an event. They had some votes for who would perform, and person with this amount of votes, this place gets this, gets that, gets this. And due to the supporters on that Artist Legit app, shout out to y'all. I think it was second, third place, maybe.
Something like that.
Yeah, second and third place. And with that came the MVP Vibe subscription. And, you know, I met them that night. Right after I got on stage, they came, they told me they love my music and love my energy. So we hit it off from the jump, and they just became fam. They stuck by me. They've supported me ever since. They gave me my first live stream performance, which was dope as hell. It was like the colors, like, you know how they be doing, like, the colors?
Yeah.
It was one of those, and it was just a beautiful experience.
I remember
in general.
that.
Yeah, that was the first time I might have felt low-key famous, I ain't gonna lie. It was a beautiful night.
I like that. Man. And we don't have too many platforms out here doing all that. Facts. Here in San Antonio for the local artists. They always do it for the
they
mainstream.
Didn't charge us nothing.
Nothing.
They didn't say, hey, you won this, so you can pay $500 to come.
Sell tickets or none of that.
Get here, be here, have your stuff ready. It's just that simple.
The biggest scheme is those selling tickets.
I'm
sorry.
Yeah, the scam.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's the biggest scam.
Yeah, promoters are real good at saying the right things.
And they know how to do it. There's two ways they do it. They either say, hey, you pay $10 each for so many tickets, and you sell it for how much you want to sell it for, or you sell it for this price and give us like $5 on the back end.
These people, you could just bring this amount of people, and you know what I'm saying, I might throw you some. Like they forget that. Well, they actually count on the fact that artists forget. We do shows to be discovered. So if I bring all my friends, I'm not getting discovered. Like I'm just having a party with the homies to my music at that point. Like
I'm doing that a lot of times.
Like they know my music. They know me. I've been rapping forever now before I even came out as a rapper. So it's like they know I do this. I'm trying to get out to other people, and you telling me to just bring my friends and perform in front of them, and you calling yourself a promoter that don't promote. What are we doing here?
Exactly.
Like it's, I don't get it, man. I feel like it could all be so simple. Like me personally, I just threw a show. You know, it wasn't the most packed out, but everybody involved got money.
Yeah. That's
strip more than most promoters can say. Yeah, that's more than most promoters can say. So, you know, everybody involved got bread. So I just feel like it could be so much more simple, and everybody could win if you stop thinking about yourself so much.
Do you feel like you learned that not just from, you know, performing at shows, but from linking up with J-Boy? I know he has that mindset too of everybody getting paid.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Shout out J-Boy for sure. Shout out J-Boy. He's definitely been one of the most random supporters I've ever had. You know what I'm saying? Like I agree. Really just reached out and showed love, and that's been the homie. But he's definitely helped me on game. He's let me know, you know, which one of these promoters he's a little more familiar with and who to stay away from. So, he's definitely giving me some game. Shout out J-Boy.
Anytime someone hit me up with a business advice, I'm screenshotting and sending him. Should I
go
do
right
it?
to him every time.
Do I do it?
him.
Do I not? Even this past weekend.
Who this?
I do
you know
it?
this? What you do?
Should I say yes? He's like, do it, don't do it. I was like, okay, I trust you. He said no. I'm not doing it.
He has not been wrong yet. I ain't gonna lie.
I agree, man.
So,
a lot of opportunity.
Shout out J-Boy, definitely.
Now, your single, Only, was featured on Dominican Jay's Shade 45.
Yes,
How was that when you heard it? How was that feeling? And what happened after that? Tell us about that whole process.
Man, that feeling was unreal. That's another connection I got through J-Boy. Shout out J-Boy. But yeah, shout out Dominican Jay. To be honest, I found out through somebody from back in Carolina. The only kind of caught a lot of attention from the release of Phone Calls For. That was one of the favorite tracks.
Yeah.
You know, Only, I think it was Waiting and Clueless. So it was already kind of picking up some steam. That was actually before Spotify hated on me. Spotify put my shit back on. That was my most streamed song I ever had on Spotify.
They took it down.
They took it down. So
we got a boycott.
Yeah, I'm on y'all ass, Spotify. But I'm on Facebook just chilling one day, and one of my cousins back home had shared it, and somebody from like my hometown was like, I hear this guy on Shade 45 every morning. And I'm looking like, wait, what? Like, wait, huh? Like, he tagged me to show me the post, and I'm like, ain't no way, bro. Like, you playing. You joking. And he's sending me screenshots now. So I'm like, oh, I'm really out here now.
Yeah.
Like that. It was definitely
So it wasn't just like a one-time play thing. It was a multiple.
Oh yes.
You know, there's a couple artists who always claim
one time and they throw it in everybody's face.
They claim
like they Drake. Yeah, I charted, even though no one cares about your plays. Like, you know, people love to just flex. You know.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't a one-time thing though, and it's gonna be a lot more. But it was motivating. It made me very excited for what's to come. It gave me a couple ideas on what I need to do for my future releases. Yeah. And
that, you know, that's your lane. I'm not saying that you have to release only music like that, but you kind of realize like,
I'm on to something.
That's my lane.
Yeah,
I'm on to something. Like I still do. You might still do some mixtapes.
Oh yeah, that is my origins for real. Like,
of course,
I really was when I first started doing music. I was rapping to the beat ended. There was no hook. There was no bridge. The beat start, the verse start, the beat stop, the verse end. So like the fact that I've been able to transition to where I'm making little singles for the ladies and little dance songs, like it's crazy to me. It's wild to me.
Could you have pictured yourself doing that? Like, never. Like,
I couldn't even write a hook at one point. So, like, the fact that I'm doing that, it's wild. Yeah, like, I would really, like, be sitting there listening to the beat, and, like, I can't think of a hook. I would record. I used to be scared to do ad-libs. Yeah. I felt like I would be too crazy making random noises. I never thought I would grow to this. Like, it's actually wild. It really is wild when I think about it.
That's a big, man.
Came away from MySpace freestyles, for real.
Not the MySpace freestyle. Do you still have some of your MySpace freestyles?
Man, more than likely, yeah. More somewhere on my email.
You had to post some for Throwback Thursday.
Oh man, if I do, I'll put like a little clip up on Facebook.
You got to Throwback
It's embarrassing, but
Thursday.
I'll laugh. It's just a good laugh.
Now, living here since you from North Carolina, how has that changed the way you make music artistically? Does it still the same? Now, your first phone call, was that here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was 2017.
Okay. So I know your music changed a lot, like you said, but has anything in the San Antonio influenced your music style? Slowing everything
I
down.
wouldn't say San Antonio influenced it.
Texas, maybe?
Really. Yeah, more Texas. There's been times I know Texas people like stuff a little slower, so especially when it comes to the R&B. I remember niggas used to listen to Charlie Boy screaming on Chopped and Screwed all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I slow something down every now and then. On the first phone calls, I think the track was called Conversations.
Yeah.
No, it's just real slow, good little vibe. You can bob your head to, kind of a cookout track, But I wouldn't say San Antonio influenced my music too much. It's more just Texas in general.
I can see that. Now, what do you have coming up next? Any insights? Or are you trying to keep it a secret?
No, I don't have no secrets. I do have, of course, the next phone calls project coming.
You just don't know when?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't put no date on nothing until it's like damn near finished. I don't even want to give y'all nothing. I want to let nobody down. So once I have it in like to where I can see like it's gonna be done at this time, so I can give y'all a little time to expect it. That's different. But right now, I don't want to give y'all no dates. But we working on another phone calls and another rap project as well.
Any collabs?
Definitely collabs. For the phone calls project for sure. I know I need. RA told homie Tylee the Godson is gonna be on there for sure.
Okay. I can see that.
Homie Calamari, shout out Calamari.
Yeah.
Shout out Q the Elevated. Shout out to homie. I'm trying to get Kurt Leach to get off his ass and get back to it. He is stressing me out. I've been trying so hard to get him back to it. Cause that's my dog, and that's one of my favorite rappers in this city. And he also from Carolina. So
You gonna get in the menu part 2? No, I'm joking.
Man, hey.
You know about that song?
Y'all sure do. That's my dog, man. I'm trying to get Kurt Leach back.
I can see that. Okay.
Outside of
That'd be a
him,
nice collab.
For sure. We had a collab project in the works at one point too, so I'm trying to get that back going. But Tylee the Godson for sure. Calamari.
No
the
females?
I'm trying to find one. Tylee told me he had one in mind for me for phone calls, because that's my big goal. I want like a great female collaboration on his phone calls. Like whether it's singing or rapping, I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as she put in work, I'm cool. So I need just at least one female collab. Tylee, Calamari, Q the Elevated. I know for my rap project, I need the homie Quest on there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too sure on the rap project because I like doing that by myself for the most part. I'm not really a big fan of collabs. My last project, I had one individual on there that I don't speak to no more, so his ass won't be on there either.
Oh, wow.
But I definitely got some, I got some collabs in store for sure.
You have a title for the rap project yet?
Nah, not yet.
Not yet. Mm-mm. How do you pick your singles for phone calls? Or does it just naturally, you let the audience pick?
What you mean?
Like, how do you know which one is really going to be like the one that people are going to love on your phone calls project? Or you let the audience pick? I let the audience
pick because
they kind of know.
My mind, usually the way it works, the song that's liked the most on the project, I probably don't like it because I've put so much into it.
So you don't like Obvious?
No, I did not like. Now I do. I love Obvious.
Why did you like
it? At that time,
we need the story behind that. Why?
I hated the Obvious.
Why?
Like, I'm not gonna lie. One, the person it was about is a very toxic individual to my life. First of all, like I was head over heels for this girl, and she wasn't. No, that's all I'm gonna put it that way.
I need you on my sex podcast. We got a lot of relationship stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
look,
let me know, for
you
sure.
hear this guy? Look at this.
Let me know. I'm with that. I'm definitely.
Sir.
I'm an open book. I'm with that.
Sir.
For sure. But she was toxic, and the song was such just left. It was so left field for me. It felt so left field. Like that was my first R&B project in general, and then that
was on Phone Calls 1, right?
Yeah, it felt very catchy. It felt it felt super catchy to me. No, it was on Phone Calls 2 actually. It was on Phone Calls 2 now I think about it. But it felt so catchy to me, and then I'm singing at the end, so it was just a whole bunch of new shit. and I'm listening to it over and over in the studio. Like, bro, just hurry up and get this shit finished. So like I dropped the project and I was like, here, it's out. And everybody's all in love with the song, telling me to perform it. And I'm just like, I don't want to perform this shit, man.
And then you finally fell in love
coming along
with it.
to it, yeah, for sure.
What's another one that you just don't like that people love?
Let me see.
Like the one with you and C-Will.
Oh no, that's
a banger.
Yeah, I can't say I hate that song.
Yeah.
No why. Shout out the homie C-Will too.
No why.
I know Christian now. He changed. He's a Christian artist now. But yeah, shout out to him for that. But another song that I disliked and everyone loved, I would say it would be from Phone Calls. Let me see, from Phone Calls 4. I would say Rush.
Okay.
Rush. Also about that toxic individual. But
so she got 2 songs out of you?
Oh yeah. This girl had me fucked up.
Oh.
Yeah, she had me fucked up. Like,
not the 2 songs.
She had me good. So, this was the last song. I was like, all right, I'm going to
get everything know?
Out. I'm sure she does.
But she hasn't reached out.
Not for Phone Calls 4. I haven't.
But for the first one she did? The second one?
Yeah. It was in, she would tell me it was in rotation. Yeah, for sure. Oh, wow. Y'all be a lot more toxic than y'all be wanting to give. No, not y'all, but women be a lot more toxic than they want to give off, man. She was one of them. But for Phone Calls 4, it was Rush. Because, I heard the beat, and it's hilarious that that's the last song on Phone Calls, because that was literally the last song I worked on for it. And I remember just playing through beats, and then I heard the beginning of the beat, and I'm playing, and I'm listening to it. And I literally fell in my feelings, like listening to the beat, like literally just sitting there at the laptop, like, fuck. This reminds me of this damn devil.
Oh, Lord.
I'm thinking of her. Like, and I'm thinking of good times, so I'm getting mad. Like, I'm thinking about this shit in a sweet way. I was like, you know what? We're going to rap about it. I'm going to just get it out the way.
Now, if someone write a love song about me, I can play it over and over again. But if it's like a toxic song about a bad breakup, I'm not playing that over again. Like, why do women want to hear that? Like, are they really that?
It feeds their ego sometimes. It feeds their ego. Yeah.
The fact that someone wrote a song about them?
Yeah. Because, like, the obvious, I'll just name a couple songs I wrote about someone. The obvious is about, it's clear.
Yeah.
You going to hit me up when you want that. I'm going to hit you up when I want that. I fuck with you on a level clearly, and it's mutual. But for some reason, something ain't happening.
Yeah.
That was the message in that song. But she probably took it as if I'm just like, she know I'm in love with her. She knows this, and it's like, no. It's just like, something's going on. For some reason, you keep calling me. It was one of them. Only is the description of just a perfect moment. The honeymoon phase. I'll put it that way. The honeymoon phase. You meet somebody, and it just feels so right at the beginning. Immediately, you just like, you are here to stay. Even if it ain't true, it just felt that way.
And then something switched.
Exactly. And Rush is just like, you know what? There's a lot of bullshit going on. I fuck with you. I ain't trying to do too much. Just, what's up? I just want to know what's up. It's that simple. I actually said it in the song. Just keep it simple.
I ain't gonna add a lot of questions. I ain't gonna ask that.
I'm an open book, man.
We're gonna move on. That's a lot of questions. Now, how do you balance doing music, working, being in a relationship, and being a dad? Because I know working, music, dad, those things come easy, first. Man. It's not.
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, it's you have to just you gotta find balance. Honestly, you gotta just go through it. You live. I'm gonna be a father no matter if I drop this mic today, tomorrow, next week. My son's still gonna be here. I'm still gonna be in school. I'm in college as well. I'm doing online classes and shit as well. So it's like,
congratulations.
You gotta live. And if you're as genuine as an artist as you claim to be, you'll use your life as your motivation, inspiration to actually make more music. So I live. I've gotten to the point to where I'm a lot more efficient time-wise when it comes to recording, since I engineer my own shit, and then I'm just a fast writer in general. So like once I get to focusing on the verse, it's not gonna take me long. And once I start recording, I don't even touch the record button until everything's fully written and prepared for it. So, you just live, and you get through it. If you really want to do this, you really want to be something, you'll find time. It's a lot of people that act like they too busy for shit when they just clock in and go back home and then watch TV all day. So we all got the same 24 hours.
Yeah. Does your son rap some of your lyrics?
Nah. He's not. He doesn't like. Well, I don't want to say he don't like music, but he's getting to the point where he kind of feels like he used to be like, cut any music. I could be playing Whitney Houston.
He be like,
gonna
nah.
say, cut this shit off. He don't want to hear it.
Okay.
But now he's kind of getting to the point where he's understanding, you know, the vibes and rhythm, so he'll start dancing along and stuff like that. So it's a couple of my tracks he'll sit there and vibe to, but he won't rap to it. Watch your mouth. I don't do that. I cuss a little bit.
He might be like, I rap for my baby. That
He
never
probably
know.
will. He probably will.
You never know.
You probably will. You might.
That's
be
your
right
first
about
biggest fan. You know, he looks up to
Big
you.
Facts. That's my little man's.
I can see
Love
that.
you, son.
You might get him on a track one day. You know, voicemail. Back to them voicemails.
In a way, he was already on the track. In a way, because he just was too loud, and I was recording at the time. So I mean, if you listen to that track on Phone Calls 3, you might hear him in the background.
A little
I can't
bit.
say which one, but if you listen to it, you might hear him make some noise in the background.
Yeah, I gotta go back and listen to it and point that out.
That I did some decent mixing and mastering, so it's real. You gotta really listen.
You got it.
But yeah, he's on the
Put that
track already.
earbuds. Now, what strategies do you use to get that loyal fan base or to get that fan base besides making music for the ladies? 'Cause that's the first. Because ladies is what put the music on to the men.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of artists don't know that.
That's how Drake. Yeah, that's how Drake got on. It's a lot of artists got on by the women being the co-signers. Yeah, for sure, for sure. The Weeknd. It's a whole lot of people that got their buzz off the women.
Yeah.
One, I try to stay consistent. You know, most of my followers, I do have some newer followers, but most of my followers know me and my core for real, and I try to make that for all my followers, even the newer ones. So, you know, they know that I love music, period. I'm not no diva. I'm not out here trying to act like I'm Kanye. I'm not trying to be Drake. I know I rap very well. I know I rap niggas under tables any day. I know I make good music too. I know I perform well. So, you know, and I'm also working on this. This isn't a finished act. I'm not just the person that can give you all the advice on building a following. My following ain't the biggest. I just got some loyal followers, and shout out to my real supporters. I love y'all. Thank y'all. But to be honest, I try to stay consistent. I'm genuine. I don't give too much of my personal life, of course. But whatever I do give, I give you me. I don't give you DeShaun Jay. I give you Julian. You know, you have my music videos and my freestyles to witness Jay. But when you witness me kicking it, you see me with my son, this is not DeShaun Jay with his son. This is Julian with his son. So I just try to stay genuine and consistent.
How you navigating that social media age, especially with TikTok? I see you posted more on TikTok a little bit more now.
It's a battle, man.
It is.
I'm unk for real. Like, I'm really unk. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Knowing what time to post, when to post,
I'm learning
how
that
often
now.
to post.
I'm literally learning that now. Like, the right times of the days, you really have to you gotta do your research. Honestly, do your research.
Yeah.
And humble yourself. Artists, humble yourself.
Tell them.
You are not too cool, you're not too popular, you're not too popping to do something to build your buzz, you know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about I'm not a content creator, I'm an artist. Music is content. Exactly. You are a content creator, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, we in the times where you have to make yourself appeal in more than just one way. That's just what it is. Niggas just be having personalities of doorknobs. But you have to do your research and you gotta adjust, man. That's just how it go. It's just like the folks that were selling CDs, going to the stream and getting on iTunes and shit. They had to change and adapt to these times. So,
yeah.
You know, you got to adapt and humble yourself, man. Be a lot more self-aware.
Don't be afraid to post yourself.
Cause I was one of them people, like, I ain't getting on no TikTok, man. I look like posting a selfie. I ain't doing all that. Like, why not, bro? People getting paid for this on top of the fact that you can build your music.
You know, a lot of artists, they just automatically, they hear TikTok and automatically assume I got to dance.
I mean, y'all dance for y'all.
But you don't. No, I'm just saying in general, they almost, not just females, I'm saying in general, they just assuming they just.
Y'all dance in front of your homies all day.
But you don't have to dance to make a TikTok. Like you said, you post your music, you post your video, you post other stuff.
Like any other platform.
It's like YouTube.
Visual. It's just strictly visual. You know, there's no word post like Facebook or Twitter, but it's just like anything else. You could be a gamer, a rapper, a comedian, anything else on TikTok. Everybody is on TikTok. It's everywhere else. They literally copy their videos and put it on Instagram, put it on Facebook, and put it on Twitter, everywhere else. Same clips.
When you came to San Antonio, was that transition in the music scene easy?
I mean, I was already here when I started doing music.
Okay.
But just the transition to come here, it was very difficult. I didn't like nobody when I moved here. I'm not gonna lie. I moved to the Northwest Side when I came here. off Petranco.
Yeah.
You know, and I was surrounded by a lot of military kids, military brats. But for some reason, everybody was from the hood, everybody from the trenches. And it's just like, I'm looking around, it's like, bro, like, your high school is the size of a mall. SeaWorld is right around the corner from here. Like, what trenches are y'all seeing? Like, West Creek is beautiful. Like,
Not the
Petranco
trenches.
is beautiful.
Gang,
but
gang.
everybody's from the hood. Like,
of course.
it just threw me off.
They want to have that.
In general, like, and then I moved to a different side of the north side, and I went to Rudder, and even still, like, it wasn't the best school, but it's like, this is still a good area. It's opportunity all over the place. Y'all just choosing to be stupid. So like, I didn't like nobody because I just didn't understand the way people was thinking.
Well, they need something to rap about, so you got to make up something. You got to start from the gutter,
I mean,
even if they wasn't in the gutter.
Yeah. There's a lot of that going on. You're right. They need inspiration somehow.
Even if it's fake.
It's gross. But hey, man, get it how you live. A lot of people. I mean, it's a lot of people that we grew up on listening to that lied about their lives, and we loved it our entire life. So,
Oh yeah.
I guess they got it from somewhere.
So you say you didn't like no one in the beginning, and then what changed? What?
Well, coincidentally, my first friend down here wasn't from Texas. So, no, he was kind of like my introduction because he'd been out here for a minute already, but he's from New Orleans originally. So we hit it off. And then, you know, I just kind of, once I accepted the blessing of me being here in general, I kind of just like, whatever, man. Like, y'all gonna be how y'all are, it's whatever. And I met the people with the same mind state to an extent, and we were just good. But most of my friends ain't from Texas.
If you would have stayed back in North Carolina, how do you feel like your life or the way you do music or your music career would have been?
If I stayed in Carolina,
'Cause I know you said your mom was concerned.
Yeah,
that you're gonna get into some trouble.
Yeah, it'd have been trouble if I'd have stayed in Carolina more than likely. Just due to the lack of opportunity and resources where we from. Like, where we from, to make it, you gotta leave. You can graduate, you can do all you want, but you gotta leave a city. You gotta leave a town. You gotta go to Raleigh. You gotta go to Charlotte. You gotta go to Durham.
Yeah,
you
the big cities.
Go somewhere for real. You staying in the hood, like, you either gonna work at a gas station or work at the closest mill or something, or construction. But you're not finna be doing too much. So I mean, it's definitely a blessing. You know, if I stayed in Carolina, it wouldn't have been the best for me. So I definitely understand her moving me here. And it's you gotta just appreciate the good and the bad. Appreciate the good and the bad. It's a lot more good to me moving here than bad, for sure.
Okay, I can see that. Any did you have, I want to say, any obstacles starting your music down here? I know you.
Yeah, doubts for sure. I come from an old school family, first of all. So the fact that I didn't want to be a lawyer or an accountant, a doctor, president of the United States, that was already like, what the fuck you got going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and they always knew I did music. They knew I loved music. I've been fluent in music since I've been able to talk one way or another. But once I told them I want to rap, they was kind of just like, you want to what? You gonna do what?
Look at you weird.
So they thought I was bullshitting, like I just wanted to be cool. And then I dropped my first music video, Groove, and they was like, oh,
you might be onto some.
You can rap for real? You serious? Yeah. So, I mean, they support it now, but at the beginning, there was a lot of doubt because, you know, I feel like when it comes to something you want to be for real and support, you look for your family, if anybody else.
Yeah.
So with my family not really feeling that at first, that took a toll on me as well. So I was very hesitant for a long time to take it serious. And then once I finally just said, fuck it, and I stepped out there, and they saw that I wasn't playing about it, you know, they stood behind me, and they still do to this day.
How was your first show in San Antonio? Do you remember where it was? Was it Epic Bar?
My first show ever was actually at White Rabbit in high school.
Okay.
And
so it wasn't Epic Bar, okay.
Nah.
You know, most people get their start there.
Epic. I think after that, my first show, actually, no. It was at the White Rabbit, and then after high school, I performed at this place called The Raven off Marbach. It's like a hookah bar that we got. Somebody just hooked us up and said we could perform there that night. But my first one ever, I was a junior in high school. We was White Rabbit. I had no original music recorded. I literally did nothing but freestyles. I did the Phone Home freestyle from Carter 3. I did a Millie, and I did Go Hard by Kanye and T-Pain. And I had a homie with me who was like my little like co-artist at the time. You know, we were like our little music group. We used to be New Era Entertainment. It was me, my homie Marvin from high school, shout out Marley, and my homie Chris, and my cousin Kareem from back in Carolina. We was New Era. So it was me and him. Marvin actually choked on stage. He forgot his lines to every song that we had together for that set. So I had to freestyle for the rest of his, but you know, that was still my dog. I still rocked out with him. I was still the homie. So we finished the song, we finished the set either way, and we left immediately after that for sure.
That had
we
to be
got the hell up out of there. Yeah. Oh wow. For sure. And that was also a reason I kind of chilled after that. I sat back on music for a little while, like maybe I should do this. Yeah. And plus, the people that performed before me kind of showed me it was levels to it. They had original music. They had mixtapes. They were giving CDs out. Yeah. I had a MySpace page and a USB drive.
Hey, that's a start.
You know what I'm saying?
USB,
yeah, for sure.
That's a start.
Definitely a start.
Okay.
That's not a finish. But after that, you know, I chilled for a little bit. I did a little show at the Raven with Flourish Gang. When Flourish Gang was a group.
That's what I'm saying. So Flourish Gang was a group. Mm-hmm. And now it's just
me. Now, well, it's not just artists anymore. I should say. Like it's not just me no more. It's more of a collective of creatives. It started off when I was out of high school. I ran into some friends from high school. Well, that I knew from high school back at Sultan's, the spot I used to kick it at all the time. And you know, we tapped in with some more people that used to frequent that spot, and we all loved the rap. You know, at one point it came a very consistent thing where if a beat was played, a dope beat was played at Sultan's, we had a whole circle of freestyling. You know what I'm saying? And then we just ended up making music together, just fucking around doing freestyles and shit, posting them on SoundCloud. And one day, you know, we came together and it's like, yo, we meshed pretty well on this.
See, I could have been an R&B group.
I wouldn't say R&B, definitely not R&B, because we were all like
not the Flourish Gang in them.
We was damn near like, if I would compare us
Trey and ABN, Trey the Truth.
I would say more like TDE, because we were all like our own type of artists.
I can see that.
We could come together and make some shit shake, and it would make sense. But our music individually is nowhere near the same, you know. So we did our thing. We performed. We were rocking ER Epic Bar, Ice Lounge, all over the place, you know. But you know, sometimes this music thing ain't built for everyone to pursue. And this shit is stressful. Sometimes people just love music because it's something they love to do for fun. And once you decide to do it for real and be serious with it, that takes away the fun from it, you know. So one thing I always told them is, even if y'all stop doing music, y'all still Flourish and y'all still family. I want y'all to be great. Flourish means to develop and grow in a healthy, vigorous manner. It doesn't have to be music.
Yeah.
So, you know, they still my people to this day.
Are we gonna get an R&B album from you? Just nothing but straight singing, no rapping?
It's possible.
Because some people don't know you sing.
They definitely don't. It's possible now. It's possible now that I've gotten a little better with engineering, because it's a different world. Mixing and mastering, singing than rapping. So,
it is very.
It's definitely possible now. I'm definitely working on singing more in general, even on my rap projects for a hook or two. But on my R&B shit, for sure, this next phone call is going to be a lot more of Jay's vocals, without a doubt. Yeah.
Now, I know we're at, was it Fast and Furious 2053? And I'm joking. So we're going to get like phone calls 2053. Like, man, you don't know when the series is going to end. You just going to keep going.
I don't, man.
As long as you have relationship problems, you're going to have phone calls. I'm joking.
But honestly, man, I don't even want to say it's going to end with the 5. Like, it was supposed to end after the first one. A lot of people don't even know that. It was really just going to be phone calls.
One and done.
That's it. You know, like, I just wanted to show people that I could do it. Pretty much. Like, after I dropped the first one, and I did this in a time, I give myself a lot of respect for this. I take pride in this shit. Like, I did this in a time where Migos was first popping off, Young Thug was popping off. Everybody wanted to turn up.
Yeah.
And then I come dropping R&B vibes, performing. Where all these niggas trying to be Migos and trap. I'm coming with some vibes for the ladies, and I'm still rocking shit out better than all these niggas. So, like, it got to the point where they like, when is the next phone calls coming? And in my mind, I want to be like, it's not. But
you just never know.
Never say never. So it's like, clearly I'm doing something right, you know. So it's like, you know, soon. You know, the phone calls too wasn't the most organized project. So that's the shortest phone calls project.
And the one most people love the most.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's 2 and 4.
Sometimes you ain't got to give a lot.
Quality
Little
over
short
quantity.
EP.
Yes, quality over quantity. I think
3,
it's like
4
4 or
little
5
5
tracks on that
songs
one.
is all you need.
Yeah, but I can't say when it's gonna end. We gonna ride till the wheels fall off. We'll ride till the wheels fall off.
Well, I definitely can't wait to the next phone calls. You know,
I'ma keep you
me and
updated.
everybody can't wait. They love it. Your rap project, we can't wait for that.
Yes,
Drop some names below in the comment section for some titles that we want to see here for that rap project. You know,
and anybody else y'all want to
Flourish
see me
Game,
collab
Game
too.
Flourish,
Let me know.
DeShaun Jay,
We are due
JD,
for a Forever We
DJ.
Flourish project, without a doubt. We are due for that energy for sure. But I don't want to force. I don't want to force it. I don't want to
Let it come naturally.
Exactly. It's art, man. You gotta just let it flow.
Give everybody your social media so they can follow you.
Of course, yes. I could be followed at DeShaun Jay Forever. That's DeShaun Jay, like my name, FRVR, on Instagram and Twitter. On TikTok, DeShaun Jay. On Facebook, DeShaun Jay. On Snapchat, DeShaun Jay. On Twitch, DeShaun Jay. Then there was one on all digital stream platforms as well. Forever We Flourish.
Do you want to spit one of your favorite songs that you have out now? Just a little bit of it.
Now, on all digital streaming platforms. Actually, I can. This song, this will be called Morning Zone Petranco. Shout out to the homie, R.I.P. Kevin Lindsay. It goes, I just wish you understood the man. Maybe your conversation could have brought what could have been. You live and learn and see some bridges burn. Just know it can't be rebuilt if them niggas ain't concerned. I took the pain and see the blessings gain. Fuck all the rumors, they dirty so they can't leave a stain. Know my potential, can't compete with lames. Kept it rolling, treat this shit just like bowling, but we in different lanes. Seen some people change more than seasons change. Just know you never be the gang after you leave the gang. I only trust who still remain, they look at me the same. Niggas using cheat codes and still can't beat the game. Ain't no stopping, dog, I made a promise. Chasing profit to my people, treat me like a prophet. Fuck being modest, I'm the best and that's just being honest. Need me a goddess, if she riding, she'll be on the islands. I've been wildin' pitching games like I'm Nolan Ryan. Been a sniper, if I like it, it ain't no denying. Been the truest, bitch, I do this, that ain't no denying. Seen your work throughout the years and now your road declining. And now I be posted in my road reclining. Shorty curvy, so she worthy, girl, no CC whiners. Never mind these other rappers, when they rap, they lying. The shit they sell, you never buying, but we let them try it. Flourish.
Forever We Flourish.
Forever We. Then there was one out now, Morning Zone Petranco, R.I.P. Illa Shampoo, R.I.P. Mister. Love y'all.
Oh, you just said Mister. You gonna make me cry. Man.
I'll cry right now.
Oh,
dog,
man.
That was my
not
brother,
expecting
man.
you to
That
say
was my
that.
dog. We was actually supposed to have another, we was working on another Top 2, Part 2. You know, that's the first homie I ever did a collab project with. We was working on the Part 2.
I'm happy I got to interview him.
That broke my heart, dog. That was my.
It was during a pandemic, but I'm still happy I did it.
That was my dog.
I'm still
man.
happy.
That was my bro.
Man.
That's literally outside of Flourish Gang, the first genuine homie.
Him and his
music.
brother.
Him and C. Will, bro, like we hit it off.
Dang.
I met him at ER Bar. I met Mr. at ER Bar, yeah. And
see, I met them when we all got together with the Kurt Leach and all them.
When he was with the other dude, I forgot what they group used to be. I forgot. Grind and Never Give Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, GANG.
Man.
That's when I met him, and he was just my homie ever since. And then he went and started doing his own thing, and my cousin actually shot a video. Regular, my cousin shot that video for him.
Dang.
Shout out Major Minority Films. That's my dog, man. Shout out Mister. Shout out Mister.
That's crazy. Shout out Mister. You hear Flourish Gang, DeShaun Jay. Ladies love DeShaun Jay. Phone calls 1, 2, 3, and 4 is out on all streaming platforms.
All that.
Number 5 is coming soon. Now, get the camera on me. I gotta make this PSA. Ladies, he is taken. Do not get in his inbox. Do not go listen to phone calls 1, 2, 3, 4 and say number 7 is about me. Let me inbox him because he want to rekindle something.
Don't get beside yourself.
No, he's saying back in 2000, whatever we had it, we ain't got it anymore.
It's a wrap.
Let it go.
Let
it go. Let it go. Let it go.
That part.
It's a wrap. Let it go,
part.
man. Just let it go.
Just chill, man.
You ever
Enjoy the
dated?
vibes.
You ever dated like someone in the industry, like someone that does music, and you have to be around them anymore? Or no, luckily,
Dated?
or
Nah.
used to mess with, and you have to be around them. Doesn't make it awkward.
Awkward? Nah. Cause I mean, we grown, bro.
Well,
In San
yeah.
Antonio,
You grown,
San
but
Antonio, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of mutual people out here in San Antonio. So I mean, it don't even. I just be like, hey, bro, go do you. You know, we grown. You see me with my girl. Don't be weird, man. Like I'm not touching you no more. Why we gotta be weird? You know, I'm sure I'm not the only person you touched out here.
Yeah.
You don't be weird with them. So you know.
I think I've talked to 2 artists and they're all unblocked.
Yeah, like
Unblocked. I don't
feel like it's necessary.
I don't make it a point to be where they are. I'm just like,
I definitely don't do that weird shit.
Yeah.
If you happen to be in the same place,
that's different. But
I'm gonna let you be you. I might speak to you,
Exactly.
your head nod. That's far as it's gonna go though.
yeah.
I don't. There's nobody. If you won't do nothing to me, if we just have to dead it, then it is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
It's all good.
You heard it straight from his mouth. DeShaun Jay, Baby Blue Diamond.
Yes, indeed.
We out. Peace.
You 3.
Yeah. You 3. Live from the underground.